Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about struggles in life and how it don't have to be big struggles, okay? Just a very small struggle, like a lot of people struggle to wake up in the first thing in the morning, including me myself, okay? It's about those kind of small things first, okay? Because I truly believe that if you cannot do the small things, you cannot do the big things as well. But sometimes you can see a lot of people are doing the big things, but they cannot do the small things. And you know what I will find all these kind of people? They are not successful in my eyes, okay? Because first of all, I believe success, the first step to being a successful human being from my perspective, okay? When I say successful human being, is to learn about you yourself as a human being first, okay? A lot of people can have a lot of money, but they have failed in their relationship, failed in a lot of other areas of their life, maybe taking care of their health, and then eventually consoling themselves that it's like that when you reach old age, okay? So first of all, struggle for me is either you overcome the struggle or you avoid. And generally that's what a lot of people do, because the human brain is so powerful that it can rationalize anything, literally anything. Just put the word fate there, okay? This is fate, that is fate, everything is fate, and that's it. My life is all set by fate, okay? That's how a lot of people view their life, and life don't go their way, and that kind of thing. And I believe my own life, I've been put to a lot of tests, and those tests, I believe everyone will have to go through a test also, okay? And whether you realize it's a test or not, because why I say it's a test, if you fail it, it's not that you will not reach success, because failure builds success eventually. But after you fail, that's why there's a saying, like my mentor like to say, okay, ICT, okay, he likes to say this: you fail when you stop, when you give up, that's when you fail, okay? So when I say about fail, it's not about doing something wrong, doing the thing that it doesn't come out the result as you foresee or you wanted, okay? Because a lot of times in life it will not happen like that. So for me, that is what I realized during my I cannot even say early life, okay? I cannot even say that because I'm only 24, okay? During the time where I started taking my life seriously, you can say when responsibility kicked in and that kind of thing, okay? During that time, you see, we all three just sort of okay, that is when, okay, I'll say again, we all three used to be very dependent to each other. Not it's in a very bad way, okay? But it's just the nature of human being. When you are scared or anything, right, you tend to group up together, because when you group up together you feel strong. But so happened we all three were together. Yes, we did quarrel a lot, and a lot of things doesn't go well. Maybe sometimes two person have the same opinion, then one person have different opinion, then we just broke off. There's a lot of things like that, okay? But you see, what you guys see is just the surface, okay? So we all three went through a lot, and I would say we all three went through a lot together, okay? And that is what built the bond between us. And it was only 2-3 years ago that our relationship become like that, okay? We are just like, I would say, like very good friends, okay? That's what I say. But we all have our own life, okay? But you see, when it comes to our struggle, we'll be like, okay, the first thing is like, we think we had everything planned out, Yeah, first is that stage where you think that, okay, why my life is like that. True, that once happened to me as well. Okay, not that my life is very good now, but now I learn how to manage my life. Okay, I learn how to accept myself as a human being, and don't try to impose so much expectation on yourself within a short period of time. Okay, but I'm not saying don't have expectation. It's always important to have a goal. Okay, and slowly build to that goal. Okay, but what kind of goal? That's why you see we all three like to say self mastery as a goal, because there's no ending in self mastery. Okay, that is what I adopt from Master Shi Heng Yi and successful people. Okay, so generally it's like that. That's why I say my goal is to self mastery in all aspects of life. Okay, but not so much of money, because money is just like, I just want to get the money problem out of my life, and that's it. And how? Okay, first of all, don't get into too much money trouble. Okay, that is the first and very important step that everyone is not aware of. I don't know, because a lot of people that I see, they are making stupid decisions. Okay, taking commitments that they cannot there's not within their means. Okay, so for example, what liability, cars, anything. Okay, so I would say it's like, because a lot of times they do all this kind of thing without really thinking. They do it because they look around and they try to measure up. Okay, they try to, because when you don't really think about it, you stand to see, okay, this is what it means to have a successful life. For a lot of people, have a big house, have a big car, have a lot of money, this, that. Okay, everything very superficial. But if you really think about it, okay, it's very tiring. It's a very tiring way to live your life like that, and it's never ending. Well, that you can say that is also called never ending, because you are chasing materialistic things. Okay, but to me, it's a very tiring life, and it's not a life that I want to live. Okay, I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do. I'm just saying it's not the life that I would want to live. Okay, so back to it, struggles. Yeah, I'm jumping everywhere, but I believe I'm still struggling. Okay, I'm still struggling in a good way. Okay, like don't live your life too tiring. That's what I believe also. Though my life now, I'll consider it quite tiring, but you know, there are things that needs to be done, but I don't really add more to my plate, you see. Okay, so if you are at age like my age, okay, don't be I would say take good care of yourself first, and if you got any problem that's not created by you, try to solve them first, but within your capability, and let time do the work, and put in the effort to, I mean, if you want a better life, you got to do something about it. I'm not going to tell you how, because there's a lot of ways to do it, and most likely a lot of times all these kind of problems are money problem. Okay, like I also have money problem. Okay, but I'm not really stressing about it, because I'm doing what I can about it. That's why you see me live my life like that every single day. Okay, less time wasting. Not that I don't waste time, I'm still a human being as well. Okay, but I try not to waste too much time on unnecessary things. Okay, entertainment wise, I still have. Okay, I do like to watch a lot of anime. Okay, so that is how I wouldn't say relieve stress, but it's just one thing that I like to do, and it's part of my life also. Okay, so when I talk about struggle, don't be so stressed out about things also, and don't be so relaxed about things also, because I believe all these struggles, right, there will next time be lessons, and it depends on how you view them. Okay, everyone have different struggles in their life. We are not here to compare. Okay, but I'm only here to say that life is not going to be very smooth, but it's because of it's not smooth that we will eventually learn how to appreciate it. Okay, why success is so nice? Why when people feel like they reach it, it's a different feeling. Okay, because it is what they built, it is what you gone through failures to attain. That's why it's a sense of achievement. Okay, because if it's that easy to be attained, to be if it's that easy to be successful, okay, I'm not just saying in the area of money, okay, in any area of life, what is success? Success when you have reached a certain goal or milestone that you have set for yourself. That, oh, I would like to be like that, I would want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, because it is hard to get it. You need to go through a certain process to get it. That's why you learn how to appreciate it. But the thing is this, after you have reached there, what are you going to do? Okay, so like, after you have struggled a lot and reached for your success, what are you going to do? And I see a lot of people on the internet, with my own eyes, with my own observation, it happens a lot. Okay, let's just put money for the most obvious one. A lot of people used to have a lot of money. Like during my relatives, right, there's a few, you know, but they used to work their ass off, they work for money, you know, they work, and then one day they realize they have money already. Then they start spending, and then eventually all goes down the drain, nothing else, nothing left, and now their life is very tough. Okay, so that's one thing. That's why I say, what happens after you reach success is also very important, because success needs to be maintained. Okay, so a lot of people think that, oh, because you got money, oh, because you have reached there. No, it's not that easy. Because let me tell you what, okay, you can strike a lottery and have 1 million overnight. But if you have not have 1 million overnight, we call it new money. If you don't even know how to manage it, okay, it's going to be gone in days. Also, it's possible. Okay, so the thing that we need to know is, yes, when we struggle, what was the end goal? And then when we reach the end goal, we need to remember how we reached there. Okay, so it's about remembering your main purpose, your main goal. Okay, that is what I believe is very important. So being successful, reaching there is one thing, but maintaining it, staying at there, is another thing. Okay, so I hope this talk gave you guys some insight, because this is basically what I used to think, what I think also. Because like, I'm constantly thinking, okay, reaching success is just one thing, but how about maintaining the success? That's why never think you know something too much. Always leave some room for uncertainty, because that's going to happen no matter what. So the thing is this, when you leave a room for the uncertainty to happen, okay, you will keep thinking how to go about it, which is a better way than I know it all. Okay, so this is what I'm having my perspective in life also. You see, yes, I'm going to be successful. Okay, I am going to be successful. That is very normal. It's just I didn't say when. Okay, I say I am going to be successful only. But the next thing is, what am I going to do after I have reached success? So that's another phase of life, and I'm also thinking about it. Okay, that's why it's important to begin with the end in mind. And I'm trying to say, a lot of you guys be thinking, don't think so much. No, it's not thinking too much. That's not called thinking too much. Okay, it's just a thought that, okay, this might happen, that might happen, but I did not say I'm fearful about it. Okay, so never overthink, just do. It's just something that I would say like something that I'm curious about, okay, and something that is a good question to throw in for myself and for whoever out there, okay. So that's my perspective of life, and yeah, I believe I'm going to just close this live, okay. So let me see, is there any life lessons? Is just my personal opinion, and again, like I say, if you guys find this insightful and find it helpful, apply it to your life, okay, because all these things come from theory as well, okay. Theory, because I just like to look up on life kind of thing, but the most important thing is it comes from self-realization, okay. That's the most important thing, because when I say something that I believe is useful, means I'm using it in my life. That's how it works for me. I walk my talk, okay. That's why when I share something, when I share something, it only means that I'm applying it to my life and it's working for me, okay. Don't rush your success, but have a mindset. You have a change of mindset. You will be successful, but don't give the timeline, okay. And then what are you going to do to be successful? That is very important. Everyone has to go through this process, okay. There's no overnight success here, and for me, successful is in terms of any area of life, okay, not just money, okay. So as you can see, we all three way is the logical way. What I mean by logical, as a human being, we take good care of our health first. Then when our machine is good, we can do anything, okay. We can do anything. So but if your machine is not good, it's just not going to function as you will want it to, okay. So sometimes it's a good thing to think about it, like, why do you see me take care of my health so much? But there's a balance to it, okay. I'm not saying be a health freak and stuff, no. There's a balance to everything, okay. So that's it for today. See you guys in the next one.